Hello and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up so you never miss out on the stories shaping our continent. Now, let's dive into a powerful and timely story coming out of Zambia. One that speaks to leadership, maturity, and the real meaning of putting the people first. In recent days, a quiet but powerful message has rippled across Zambia and beyond, as President Hakainde Hichilema, popularly known as HH, once again demonstrated that true leadership is not measured by how loud you shout, but by how well you listen. In a region and indeed a world where political tension often turns to confrontation, HH has chosen dialogue over conflict in his dealings with the family of former President Edgar Lungu, a move many are calling not just strategic, but deeply presidential. To understand the weight of this moment, we have to look back. Zambia's political transition in 2021 marked a historic turning point when HH, after several attempts, finally unseated the incumbent Edgar Lungu in what was largely celebrated as a peaceful election. But the road since then has not been entirely smooth. From accusations of political witch-hunting to fears of retribution, there have been undercurrents of tension between the two camps, tensions that, in many African democracies, would have easily exploded into sustained political drama or worse. Yet, HH has made it abundantly clear, he is not here to replay the cycle of revenge that has so often defined African politics. Instead, he has prioritized unity, healing, and dialogue, especially in his approach to the Lungu family. Recent developments have shown that even when provoked, HH is choosing peace. And that's not just good for politics, it's good for Zambia. Imagine a leader who, despite being the target of decades of political exclusion, can sit at the table with those who once stood in his way and say, "Let's talk." That's not just diplomacy, that's statesmanship. And HH is showing the world what that looks like. In a world dominated by clickbait headlines and polarized politics, HH's posture is almost shocking in its humility. The president has reportedly instructed his administration to approach matters involving the Lungu family with caution and respect. Where others may have sought to weaponize the law or wield executive power as a sledgehammer, HH is demonstrating that strength often lies in restraint. Some critics have questioned whether this approach makes him appear weak, whether he is being too soft on the former regime. But those voices miss the point. It is not weakness to extend an olive branch, it is strength. It is not cowardice to choose conversation over confrontation, it is courage. HH is not ignoring the law or turning a blind eye to wrongdoing, he is simply refusing to let personal vendettas take precedence over national unity. This strategy is not just morally commendable, it is politically savvy. Zambia is still nursing the wounds of division, and HH seems to understand that prosecuting a political war with the Lungu family would only deepen those scars. Instead, by engaging in dialogue, he is slowly building a legacy of inclusivity, compassion, and reconciliation. It is also worth noting the symbolism behind this approach. In African politics, where outgoing leaders often cling to power and are rarely held to account, HH's treatment of the Lungu family sets a new tone. It tells future leaders that transition doesn't have to mean humiliation. It tells the people that power can change hands without bloodshed. And perhaps most importantly, it tells the youth, the future of Zambia, that politics does not have to be a zero-sum game. Let's not pretend this is easy. Navigating the emotional and political baggage of a former regime is like walking through a minefield. One wrong step and the whole national fabric could unravel. But HH is doing it, carefully, deliberately, and with eyes wide open. He is not erasing the past, but he is refusing to be trapped by it. This is the kind of leadership Africa needs. Not performative, not self-serving, but wise, patient, and forward-thinking. By prioritizing dialogue, HH is giving Zambia something more valuable than a political win, he is giving it stability. And in a time where many countries are dealing with coups, unrest, and authoritarian drift, stability is gold. Many Zambians, regardless of political affiliation, are beginning to see the merit of this approach. There's a quiet consensus growing, not the kind driven by party lines or media hype, but the kind born of watching a leader who genuinely seems to want what's best for the country. And that, in today's political climate, is a rare and beautiful thing. To the youth watching this, let this be a lesson. Leadership is not just about who holds the mic. It's about who listens when others speak. It's about putting the country ahead of ego. It's about being the adult in the room when emotions are high and stakes are even higher. HH is showing us that it's possible. And to leaders across the continent, this moment should serve as both a challenge and an invitation. A challenge to rethink the knee-jerk impulse to punish your predecessors. An invitation to imagine a politics that is not about settling scores, but about setting standards. Zambia is not perfect. No country is. There will still be disagreements, investigations, and yes, moments of political tension. But if the foundation is built on mutual respect and genuine dialogue, those challenges can become opportunities for growth rather than sources of division. HH's move to engage rather than antagonize the Lungu family is not just a headline, it's a case study in 21st century leadership. And if Zambia continues on this path, it won't just be a model for democracy in Africa, it will be a beacon for the world. So, let's give credit where it's due. Let's celebrate leadership that chooses peace, that values dialogue, that refuses to be dragged into the mud of past grievances. Let's celebrate HH for showing the courage to heal, rather than the impulse to hurt. If you believe in the power of dialogue, in the promise of a united Africa, in leadership that puts the people first, smash that like button, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more stories that matter. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's uplift leaders who uplift us. And let's never stop believing that better is not only possible, it's already happening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and stay hopeful.